You are listening to Ouma Ministries Lunch Hour Preaching Messages. Today is Friday, the 25th of August 2023, and it's Friday Fire. It's Friday Fire number 15 as we continue in the series Mark My Word. It's a journey through the Gospel of Mark, and today we're in chapter 3. Our theme verse is Hebrews chapter 13 verse 8, that Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So we've just gone through part 1, 2, and 3 of this message, and the other parts, I actually don't know which part we're in right now, but this is Friday Fire, so we're just going to flow. And we started at verse 1 of Mark chapter 3, and we've gone through the story, and we found Jesus ministering on the lakeside. Such a big crowd of people, so many followers, people who needed to be healed, people who needed to be set right in their mind, in their body, in their circumstance, people who needed to be delivered. And of course, as always, people who needed to be taught the word. And now, he took a break. We saw him climbing up the mountain, and he called some of that crowd, that huge crowd of followers. He called some of them to follow him up the mountain. There is the general crowd of people, but then there are those who go with Jesus up the mountain. And then even those who go up the mountain, he further selects others among them. From among them, he chose 12 to be now his special team. He actually prayed all night for that, to get that team, to select that team. Once he got the team, they went back down, and now they were in a house of their friends who were hosting them for lunch. They were tired from the heavy ministry and the busy schedule and the mountain hike. They needed rest and food, so they came to this house, and food was being made for them, and everything was being prepared in the kitchen. But somebody heard that Jesus was in that house, and soon the word spread, and the crowd started gathering together again, not at the lakeside, but now at the house, at the door, at the window, on the roof, everywhere. When Jesus saw that, he simply got up and he walked out the door. Simon Peter must have been sleeping on the sofa set. Andrew, his brother, was leaning on Simon Peter. He was also dozing. John, he was sitting on the carpet with his back against the wall. His eyes were shut. His head was leaning back on the wall. They were all tired and sleepy. Then Thomas noticed Jesus going out. He said, Master, where are you going? Said Thomas, there's a crowd that has gathered outside the house, and I can see through the window. There are sick people, there are people in pain. There's somebody who's been carried there on a stretcher. And this is the reason why I came. Then somebody shouted from the kitchen, Jesus, the minced meat is almost ready. The spaghetti is already cooked. We're just putting in the final ingredients. It'll be just ready in 5 minutes. Just sit down, and in 5 minutes the lunch will be ready and all will be well. You can go and do that later. Jesus said, "Thank you, ma'am." But he continued walking out. Jesus, Jesus walked out and went into the crowd of sick people, hungry people, demon-bound people, people with disease, people with discomfort, people with questions, people with maladies, people with infections, people with all kinds of problems. Oh! And he started ministering to them. He was laying hands. Some of them were getting healed. Some blind eye was opening. My left blind eye just opened. A left blind eye just opened. A right ear just started hearing. Some sick child who could not talk started mumbling and muttering to his mother. His mouth was opened and loosed. His tongue was loosed. The miracles started happening outside that house. By that time, some people were cheering and clapping. There was some noise. Peter woke up. He went to the window to see what was happening. It was a church service just happening outside the house there. Andrew woke up. He said, "What's going on? Aye, the sick are being healed over here. Demons are leaving. Jesus is ministering. Hallelujah." Then those who were in the kitchen, they came to the door. They came outside. They said, "Jesus, we've come outside now because it looks like this is crazy. This is crazy. You need rest. This is crazy even for all these people to come here. This is a residential property. This is a house. This is a private house. Hello, people. Hello. Those are my flowers you're stepping on. This is madness. That person looks like he even has leprosy. Get him out of my front yard." You know, if Jesus came to some of our churches today, hey, if Jesus came and did what he used to do, because he's the same anyway, I think some people might not be so happy in some churches, because he would disrupt the service and all kinds of people would start coming to that church whom probably you don't even like them. They're dressed funny. They said he's crazy. He's beside himself. He needs to get some rest. He needs to eat.